album to show you. This is the second album that I've made using the Primrose collection from Die Cuts with a View. I'm a bit of a Starbucks addict, so when I found out you can make an album out of coffee sleeves, I was like, well, I better give it a try because I throw enough of them away, so I might as well save some. So I found a tutorial on YouTube from a user, Simply Shimmery Scraps, and so I followed her tutorial pretty much exactly, and I actually copied her right down to the embellishments. So it's the same style as hers, it's just a different paper collection basically. So this is the fattest album I've ever made. Like, it's so chunky, and that's just because it's so small, right? Like, there was no way around it, but it's 5 inches by 3 by about 2.5, give or take. So it's pretty chubby. So the outside I just decorated with some parts of the paper pads, just some of the embellishments that I cut apart. And then this is just like a hairband, an elastic hairband I got at Rexall, and just a brad to hold it in place. And so the first thing you see when you open it is it spells love with all the tags, and so that's something I directly copied from Simply Shimmery Scraps. And I made the same kind of vellum envelopes that she uses, and I even did right down to the glittery hearts, the exact same thing. So there's a little journal tag in there. Everything's embellished with Tim Holtz black soot, and then I used, like, in the little gutters there, what are they called? Gussets. I used the same paper that's here to match them up. And then this is a ribbon. You tuck things under, you tuck things back here as well. And this tag comes out, and I matted both sides. I kind of like the weird swoopy shape of these so that they fit. It works. And then on this side it's just plain blank, and then just did a little edge punch with a bit of bling. And then this tag uses an eyelet to hold 2 pieces together, so you can write on both sides. And then this envelope has another little journaling tag on it. This is kind of glittery paper, but I think it's hard to tell through the camera. Let's just tuck under there. And this is the second tag with a little butterfly, some pretty flowers. On this side I did a little door the same way she did. I just made these hinges out of strips of paper, and I used my my crocodile hole punch to just punch little holes that gave me that shape. And then I reinforced these with duct tape. On this one it's in the middle between 2 pieces of cardstock, but here you can see the duct tape on the back of the hinges so that you can open and close them several times and they won't tear. Again, these are just spots to put your photos. You put bigger ones there. On this side, got another tiny envelope. I didn't realize until after I finished it that there was actually an envelope on every single page. I spent a lot of time making vellum envelopes. I actually started with 4x6 envelopes, and I trimmed them down to make the smaller ones. So this little tag spins around, so you can put stuff underneath it, or you can tuck it in behind this circle if you want. It's a little tricky, I guess. And just some bling, some enamel dot. There's no tag on this page because it opens out. So I put a little bit of lace trim and a little more ribbon, and then it flips up and it flips down. And you can kind of see here, I actually flipped all of my Starbucks sleeves inside out, so you can still see the corrugated parts of it. And this is a magnetic closure, so it closes really easily. And I actually tucked in another little magnet here. I found this tag kept falling out, so I magnetized it so it won't escape anymore. And then this envelope I taped down, and this is just made out of computer paper. It's just thin white paper. And then the flap just tucks in behind this little rectangle to keep it sealed. And here's the next tag. I'll just use my alphabet stamps to put the letters on them. Got another tag on this page. This one's connected to the page so it doesn't come out, and it has 2 spots you can write on. You can even write on the back of them if you wanted to. This black one here actually tucks in behind the envelope. The pattern one's not long enough to go in there. And then this is again another just a computer paper envelope, and it has another tiny little tag in it. I'm kind of digging the tiny tags. You just scribble one little thought on there or something. And again, just tucks in behind this paper to keep it shut. On this page, I've got the 2 flaps. This I copied from Simply Shimmery Scraps as well, and they open up, and you just kind of have to get them out from under the ribbon. Oops. I magnetize them as well too, just to make sure they stay shut. And this ribbon lifts up, and then they just go back underneath it. It's a little tricky to get them in and out, but I like how it looks when it's closed. And then here's the last tag. Yes, it goes more like that. And then you can see at this point that it started off saying love, and then it says life on the back, so live life. And just another little spot to tuck something behind here. And one more envelope. Made this one horizontal. And that just tucks right back there. And you can see the closure's just attached, just 2 knots and an eyelet. I thought about gluing it under the paper, but I just didn't. I didn't think it would lay flat enough, so I just decided to embrace the knots. I've got enough room there because of the gusset, so I just went with it. So that is the album. And it seals up really quick. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out, because it used like such small pieces of paper that I didn't even have to cut any fresh sheets, right? It was just, well, except for the cover. It just came together really easy and used up a lot of scrap paper. So thanks for watching.